Put your hands together. Oh Lord, stand by me. Oh Lord, stand by me. Oh Lord, stand by me. Yeah, yeah,
And guess what,
stand
Facebook?
by
We
me.
own the rights to this music. So I ain't got to put that disclaimer out there because we own this.
Turn it up though.
Okay.
You can't. You can barely hear it. Bring it closer to the mic or the.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome
Good
to
morning,
Conversations Unlocked and Unfiltered. I am your host, Ebony, with my co host.
Misha.
Today we're gonna have a little girl talk, but before we get into all of that, um, so I don't know. Before we get into all of that, um, I just want to put this disclaimer out. Um, Today is the New Cavaliers 4-year anniversary celebration. I'm gonna say it again. Today is the day that kicks off the Real Holloman and the New Cavaliers 4-year anniversary celebration. And so, for all you wondering, can you buy tickets? Yes, you can buy tickets at the door. The tickets are $10. I'm gonna say it again, $10. That's not a lot. Or you can cash out the Real Holloman and the New Cavaliers.
I'm gonna let y'all have y'all girl talk. I just popped on real quick.
Okay. Hey, so we talking about your concert before we get started. So,
That's why I popped on real quick.
are you excited?
I am.
So tell everybody about the concert.
Well, right here, y'all. Right here. So what's going down there in a few hours. Okay? I need y'all to get out here. I need y'all to get out here to Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church. All right, I'm already on the scene. I'm already on the crime scene. Cause it's gonna be a crime scene, cause we're gonna praise the Lord. I'm trying to tell you. So listen, we need to see y'all out here at Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church, 5909 Vale Street in Mama, Florida. We need to see y'all today for the Real Holloman and the New Cavaliers celebrating 1, 2, 3, 4 years in the ministry. And we are looking to have a wonderful time today. These doors will open for y'all at 3 p.m. The concert will start at 4. Tickets are only $10, okay? Tickets are only $10. You can cash out the New Cavaliers 21 right now, get your ticket, which a few people have, or you can just come on in, pay here at the door. But either way it goes, they are only $10. All right. On this great concert, we have coming from Fort Myers, Florida, Dr. Ronald James and the Fabulous James Sisters. We have coming from Tampa, Florida, Pastor Nate and Determined. We also have coming from Tampa, Florida, the Exciting Gospel Warriors. And then coming from West Palm Beach, Florida, is none other than the Ziegler family. And they will all be here. And of course, along with Darrell Holloman and the New Cavaliers, we will all be right here trying to tear the roof off this church this afternoon. So we want y'all to come out and show some love and show some support. Once again, Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church, located at 5909 Vale Street in Wild Florida. Tickets are only $10 for this great concert. We want to see y'all today. Doors open at 3. Concert starts at 4. So again, we want to see your face. It's a few seats in there for y'all right now. So I need y'all to come on and fill them up. We need standing room only. We want to put you in the choir stand. We want to put some chairs down the aisle and everything. So y'all come on in and help us turn the, I'm about to turn the AC on right now. So it's gonna be nice and cool in here for y'all. Might even get y'all some waters or something. Depends on how nice you acting once you get here. But just come on out and help us celebrate these 4 years on today. Once again, doors open at 3. Concert starts at 4 p.m. And for if whatever reason you cannot make it out, but you still want to show some love and just be a blessing to the ministry, please cash out the New Cavaliers 21. If you don't have a cash app, contact any either one of us. You can get in contact with Misha, you get in contact with Ebony for their followers, and we'll get
You
you a
got
way to donate um anything. So
it's happening.
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so we want to see y'all in the building right here today. Today is September 6th. Okay, so I'm here. I'm getting ready. I've been to work. Now I'm here about to get ready to do some more work. So we can have a good time. So y'all come on out. Y'all come on out, ladies. Thank y'all for all that y'all do
Oh,
and
they.
the support and all that right there.
I was gonna
Uh,
say that one little dread look like you got. You know how them people had that one
oh,
little. I'm like, what? Okay,
the
what that?
ponytail that Hakeem had on Coming to America. His
No, you know how people have
princess
all
up.
their hair cut off, but they had that one little patch of plait that they like do. And I only seen one of them. I ain't see the rest of them. I'm like, okay, so you
They all here.
cut all the dreads off and left the one little piece. Like, really, we're not
Uh,
doing that. We finna
they
just cut
all
off.
here. They all here. So, all right, but I appreciate y'all allowing me to step into y'all girl chat before y'all girl chatted. So, y'all have a blessed time. I'm gonna get all the festivities rolling before the pre-festivities. So, hey, we got plenty of park spaces out here for y'all too. All right, so we need everybody to come on out. All our cousins and them, we can park y'all everywhere out here. Everybody out here, family. So we good. So y'all come on out and help us celebrate this anniversary. It's our anniversary. So, anyways, y'all be blessed, and I'll holler at y'all a little later. Y'all have fun on the podcast. All right.
Toodles.
Hey, hold on. Let me leave. I'll leave without ending it. Okay.
Okay, so while we're gonna do what we always do in fashion. Before we start, we just did our little church announcements. So are you okay? Got it. Before we start, let's get into prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for allowing the wake up. Father, we just want to thank you for everything that you're doing in our lives, everything that you're doing. We just ask that you continue to bless those that are in need of a blessing. Bless those that are constantly asking and calling on your name, Father God. We want to keep everybody in prayer that needs prayer, those that are in the hospital, those that have lost loved ones, those that are sick and down and out. We just want to continue to pray for them, Father God. We just ask that you just keep your loving arms around this world as a whole, as we need you now more than ever, Father God. And Father God, we thank you for this platform. Thank you for using us. Thank you for allowing us this platform. Thank you for growing it. Thank you for our followers, the ones that support us. And we just ask that you continue to bless us in everything that we're trying to do. And keep us grounded because we do nothing without you, Father. So we just want to continue to pray that this platform grows and helps somebody and reaches somebody, and continue to be positivity. We do not want the negativity, Father God. We just pray for positivity. These and all other blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, my sister. So
Good
I know that
morning.
I know that um we had your friend on Tuesday, and I just want to recap that for everyone who didn't see. We have invited him back. He will be back on. But our a few podcasts that we have had have been informational. So we want everybody to know um the conversations on Locked and Unfiltered, it's about a variety of things. It's not just about one thing. It could be anything, but it's mostly things that we don't talk about or things that people don't know. So we talked about real estate. We have talked about financial planning. Um, we've talked about homes, wills, insurance. We've talked about relationships. We've had a mental health counselor. We've had a pastor on. We're just into giving out information. So we want everybody to know, please, it costs you nothing to share the podcast. It costs you nothing to watch the podcast. It costs you nothing to tell somebody about the podcast. But most importantly, everything that we give you guys, everything that we're trying to give you guys, we again, it's about us sharing, right? We just want to share the information, share the wealth, because when you know better, you do better. But also, we want to help our community. So, again, everything that we're giving you guys, we're providing free. We don't charge anybody. People don't charge us to be on our podcast. We're not charging them. We're just giving the platform. And we thank God for allowing us a platform to be able to give people a space to come talk about whatever it is that they want to talk about. So I just want to put that little disclaimer out there. And with that being said, I'm also about to put in the comment. So our financial Saturday will be at the end of the month. It's on the 29th. Um, we will have financial literacy the 27th. We will have financial literacy with Tanya. I'm gonna show this. We have financial literacy with Tanya Burney. So she gave me form what do you call it, a survey. She wants everybody to fill out this survey. So if you're interested in financial literacy, whatever it is that you need, whatever it is that you need help with, see the link, click the link, and if you need it, we will share it. I will also share it when I share the podcast. Click the link and fill out the survey. Again, may take you like 2 or 3 minutes. Fill out the survey. Because again, everything that she's providing free. She just wants information. So for all of you that are under the sound of my voice, please fill out this survey. Is that cool?
Cool.
All right. So let's get into our conversation today. And we want to start off talking about what it was. We were talking about children, right? This conversation was going to be about kids. Am I correct?
That was one of them. That or um, what was the other one? Letting kids go. Well, I mean, it still was kids, but letting. Hold on, let me see.
So one was about kindergarten. There you go. So I got
Yeah,
it.
the kindergarten and something else.
So we had a so there was I was listening to the news, and it was about kindergarten kids. So they did a survey, and it wasn't just in Florida. I don't think it was just in Hillsborough County. I think it was just a broad survey saying that kindergartners in today's, what do they call them, COVID kindergarten, what post
COVID kids. Is
they
that
call
it?
it COVID kids, post pandemic kids, pandemic
Yeah,
kids.
kids.
They
That's
call
what
it
they are.
pandemic kids, and they're saying they're trying to research whether or not the pandemic had an effect on the kids. So apparently, all the kids coming in or have been in the recent couple of years don't have basic skills, basic life skills. So it was said that they didn't have they don't know how to tie their shoes, which most kindergartens don't. But they don't know how to tie their shoes. They couldn't do basic things like get dressed. They don't know their ABCs. It was said that some of them don't know their names. That they couldn't do basic things, right? So I was talking to my sister about the situation because we had a similar incident where it was told to us that my niece didn't know how to draw lines or circles or whatever. And so when I talked to my nephew, I said it's not that she didn't know how to do it. I said because nobody really taught her. I said it's not like she's dumb or anything, because she's not dumb. She's very smart. Like we called her Miss 45 because she like a 3 in a 45-year-old, a 45-year-old and a 3-year-old body. Like she talks so much, but she knows so much, but she know all the wrong things. So I was saying, is it that um that like they don't know, not because they're slow, is more so because they're not being taught. Because what is happening for me, what I see is what is happening is it's quick, it's easy to just throw a tablet or an iPad in front of a child, um than to sit down and teach them basic skills, right? um and so what I've noticed, and even for me, well, I homeschool my babies. I'm not gonna lie, from kindergarten, I homeschool them. So even when going in, my kids were always above average. So most people don't do that, right? So then I had a discussion with my brother, and he was like, "Yeah, I noticed that too, but the kids can do TikTok. They can do line dances at 2 and 3. They can curse at 2 and 3, but they can't write their name." And so I said, I don't feel like it's a pandemic thing. I feel like it's a generation thing. And so the conversation went to where I said, when you look at it, and this is the topic, this is how we're going to talk about this conversation. When you look at it, if you look around, and we had this discussion because I had to have him look in our family, there is no more big mama, right? Now the grandparent, majority of the time, if you look in a new family, the grandparent might be 35, 40. Am I correct?
Yeah.
That's the average grandparent. That's the average new grandparent. So say if the grandparent like 35, 40, which means you probably had your kid at 20, or you might have had your kid at like 15, 16, which means you was a kid yourself. So that was the topic. I said, you don't have that old school foundation of raising, or the old school principles when it comes to raising children. Remember, we had a topic about kids staying in a child's place. Remember when we talking, grown folks talking, you supposed to stay in a child's place. And in some instances where you see some kids are in adult conversations, they know everything that's going on in the family, but yet you can't say your numbers, or yet you can't do this. But I can tell you what auntie did, and while my mama and my auntie was fighting, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
for me. So that's where we went with this conversation. And so um one, I want to talk about, how do you feel about it being said about the children, and what do you think the issue is, and then we'll move to expand it.
Um, I honestly think it's a mixture of both. I think it's a mixture of generation and the pandemic. Um, because yeah, big mama not there, but just like for instance with me, um, we was raised by grandma, so we know how to do it. But back then, a lot of that stuff could happen too because the woman stayed home, the mother stayed home while the husband goes out and work. So she had time to sit home and homeschool her kids. A lot of that's not happening because over the generations, the fathers aren't there. So you have single parents that have to go out and work, or single mothers that have to go out and work. So staying home to raise your child is not possible. So it is you basically, and then a lot of parents have to have two jobs just to, keep up with the bills. So a lot of times, with the modern technology, that's what's raising our kids. Whatever the teacher says, or whatever the internet says, that's what they're paying attention to the most. Um, and like they say, you do something for 30 days, normally that becomes a behavior. So just imagine if you watching TikTok all day, every day for 30 days. That's gonna be their behavior. Um, I feel like though if parents, because even with these kids like Coco, I don't have kids like that, so I don't know what these like little um the little things teach them. But if they let them watch that instead of just watching reels, like I guess the Coco Melon, I don't know if they teaching them in Gracie's Corner, if they actually teaching them like ABCs and one, two, threes, if they're teaching them how to tie their shoes, like I don't know because I don't watch them. I just hear people saying them, or if it's just their songs, because most of the ones I hear are the songs that's basically regular songs that they done kid versioned. Um, so it's just a mixture of both. It's like people don't have the time. People don't. If you have the time, you don't have the patience. Big mama and them had the patience that we just don't have. um and then in school, and it's too disciplined, so it's like they not being disciplined because most of them are raising themselves. um so then when somebody try to tell them something, it's like they ain't trying to hear that. So it's just like a mixture of both. I believe it's just a mixture of generational parenting along with the new, like what they call it, like COVID came, so you had really nothing to do except watch TV, watch a tablet. You can't go, really couldn't go outside. Kids don't do that either. They don't go outside and ride their bikes and play in the dirt, make mud pies like we used to. Sit in there and make mud pies. We was the happiest kids in the world to make a mud pie. Um, so yeah, I think it's just like a mixture of both.
And so even for me, I saw even during the pandemic, a lot of people even having access to having to do work at home. A lot of children failed or didn't know, which exposed that parents were could not really teach their kids properly, or like homeschool or virtual school was not really a good thing for most kids. But like I saw that because we had to homeschool our kids, right? Well, my kids went to Christian school, so it was easy for them. So I didn't really have that issue. My son, however, had an issue during COVID with his grades slipping, because first of all, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I didn't know what was going on, but they were older. So I'm just speaking for the statement that was made for children. It's like, and I get it, like you said, you want them out of your hair to give them screen time or just give them a tablet because it's all too easy just to give them a tablet. But it goes into, you're now allowing them to not learn or not have basic skills, and you're putting them in that setting, and now your child is labeled either SLD, or now they're trying to label them um in such a manner. And so that's my issue, and that's my issue with the statement that was made or the conversation that they were having. Because I feel like, given the state, first of all, school just started. This is for me, school just started. So why you pushing the issue? Like, give yourself at least a couple of months. Now if you see by the first 9 weeks that the kid ain't progressing, then yeah, we got a problem. But like, if you're doing your job and you're teaching them, like, I don't expect a kid to know everything going into kindergarten or pre-K, but school just started. So it's like, y'all just in the last couple of weeks decided that y'all won't take this survey or take this thing, and then now y'all labeling these kids as
And you got
slow.
to think too, and that's another thing with schools. Every teacher doesn't teach. You can have three teachers teach the same math class, and they're going to teach it differently.
Oh,
So
I know.
every person doesn't learn, every kid doesn't learn the same way, and that's a big issue too. Like, so yeah, you may have a kid that, like, my daughter has to be kind of by herself to learn. Like, and I ain't gonna say to learn, but to get her work done. When she's around a bunch of people, she gets overstimulated. Even now, like, not even just doing work, just in her everyday life, she gets overstimulated and she'll kind of like shut down. um but like all these kids learn differently. um and then you stick in one teacher with at least 15 to 30 kids. Like, like it's but it starts at home. Like, but then you got to think, a lot of this curriculum too they doing now, we ain't do, so we don't know how to do it. But yeah, you can Google, you can get on the other things to try to help the kids figure it out. um So I think it's just like a mixture of a bunch of stuff. Because even back in the day, I remember when I used to go, I can go to the school and sit in my kids' class. They don't let you do that no more. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. Some schools, I know schools down here don't let you do that. You can't go to the class and just sit in the class with your child. They don't let you do that. To see how they behaving, or to keep them in line, or if they help them focus, or whatever the case may be. If you just want to, hey, I'm off today and I'm finna go shadow my kid in school today, they don't let you do that no more. um so yeah, I think it's just a mixture of parents not having the time because they gotta work, parents not knowing the material, because it's different from what we learned. Parents, I'll say, like, in my case, I was 17 when I got, yeah, I was 17 when I got pregnant and had my son at 18. I'm a kid. I'm just getting ready to graduate high school. I want to go party. So now by the time, I'm trying to party and be a parent. And then by the time they grown now, like, now I want to just go live life. Like, I don't, like, I wanted to live, like, I wanted to do college stuff, even though I didn't go to college, but I wanted to live that young teenage life. But I done had a baby. So it's like, it's just like a lot of different factors that played into it. And if you don't have that support system, like, yeah, the kids gonna just be different. They, like, these kids just, they different. I mean, but the times has changed too. And I guess it's a part of the Bible that stuff was gonna change. So yeah, I just think it's a mixture of a lot of um things that just changed over time. Not, we don't have the two parent homes anymore like we used to. They're very rare.
Gotcha. That both that's the outlook from both aspects. Um and two, so we made a statement about um people having to learn different, or children learning different from other
Hmm.
kids. And so I remember we had a conversation, I think it was our first podcast, or the second podcast, we had a conversation about getting your child an IEP, um if you feel like there's issues. So, and I had to explain this to one of my nieces. IEP does not mean your child is handicapped or like mentally challenged. IEP is an individual education plan, right? Individualized education plan. That means it caters to your child. Your child can have an IEP in a regular classroom in a regular school. If you want to put them in a separate school or a different school or a charter school, that's great too. Because again, we see a lot of charter schools popping up because the public school system. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. I don't work for y'all no more. It is what it is. Um, the public school systems don't really help, and I'm gonna say that too. So um, if you want to put them in a charter school, in my experience, charter schools are way better. Like I said, I'm not knocking all public school teachers, but I just have not had a good experience in public schools. Period. I'm just saying that since we grew up. So I let her know that there is nothing wrong with getting your child an IEP because they need it. Matter of fact, I'll use Kenya. So Kenya went to school, and Kenya is doing a mechanical engineering, and she had to go retake some classes because the classes she took here, were not compatible with what she needed, right? So FSU was like, she needed something more, or whatever classes she needed, they were higher. And so she was like, so I'm jumping from here to here, and they wanted her to do it like this, right? So I was advised to get her a IEP. Now, my baby is smart. She's smart, she's gifted, whatever. But I was told to get the IEP because now they can't force her to have it like this. They have to help her because, in college, a lot of professors just give you the work and just move on. They don't really help you. Like, we were calling her advisors, we were doing this, we were doing that. They didn't get back to us, they didn't return the emails, all this stuff. So I was advised that the IEP would save her, right? So I mean, thank God she's not up there anymore. But um, for me, did it bother me for someone to tell me to get her IEP? Absolutely not, because I have two already on IEPs. They're on different ends of the spectrum. Both of them are on ASD spectrum. Jordan is more. Um, Actually, both of them are high functioning. Jordan seems to be where he was socially functioning. Now Jordan is not socially functioning. Julian is the one who's now progressing socially, and he didn't used to be like that. So I see the cause and effect of the IEP, right? And then, like I said, their classroom settings, I think there's no more than 10 kids in a class. There's one-on-one. They always had two teachers in the classroom. There was always two. There was a teacher, and then there was an assistant or whatever. So there was always two people in the class, even with such a small classroom. They had individualized help where even when they took tests, if it took Julian 2 days to finish his test, then it took him 2 days to finish his test. He didn't have to be under the guidelines or the pressure of everybody else. So in that aspect, if you know your child needs the IEP, again, first of all, what we're talking about is we're talking about their how they're boxing in the pandemic kids, or talking about the kids, how the kids are not prepared for basic life skills. Their children are not being prepared to go out in the world, or they're not prepared. So a lot of the kids they're talking about from kindergarten going into school, and some of the kids going out. And so for me, if you see that your child has an issue, and I'm saying this with the utmost sincerity for us. Like, again, everything we do it for everybody, but I'm talking to us right now because us don't like to admit that some of our kids have issues. If you see that there's an issue, a IEP does not mean that your child is mentally challenged. It just means your child needs a little more help, a little more assistance, a little more time, a little more engagement. That's all it means. You can put whatever you want in your kid's IEP. You go to the meetings, you tell them I want this, 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 and this. Matter of fact, they can even give your kid therapy. In the get speech therapy, they give you special mental therapy, all of that. You can put in IEP. You see something that you don't want an IEP, take it out. But the IEP, excuse me, the IEP covers the child. So right now, where we're seeing that your child might not be prepared, and it's because they've been pushed and pressured, and they're just barely getting by, or they're copying and cheating, faking it till they make it. Now we're seeing the cause and effect of the pressure of us not really paying attention, because here we go again. It was all too easy, and I understand, like she said, with the single parents, you work for two jobs, you don't really have time. But now here's the cause and effect of you not having time to fully pay attention or check your kids' homework or sit down at the table with them. Now we're seeing the cause and effect of our kids in society coming out. And we laugh when we joke and we talk about these new age kids, and we talk about our society of children. But again, when I made the statement when we started, things were different when we were growing up. We had matter of fact, my cousin made a statement a couple of weeks ago. We had auntie and uncles that could help raise. It was that village. You had that village where your kid was not home doing their homework. You seen somebody and somebody's like, no, here it is. Or for me, I when we was younger, and we had problems. My mama said, go to such and such. You had the older kids go to such and such house and go get that homework done. Like I used to have to go to Keisha, and this girl, one girl, Katron, oh my God, we used to have to go to Keisha them house, Or Miss Claire, rest her soul. We had to go cross that path and go to Miss Claire and Alicia because I didn't understand what this was saying, or I would go to my cousin Tanya, because I needed help. So back then you could do that. Now the kids are just stuck. It just stuck on whether they get their homework done or not. Oh, it is what it is. Or they're on a phone, like you say, Googling answers, and that's no help. So I get it. I do get it. But in the society right now, I'm just encouraging parents that if you see that there's an issue with your kid, um, then you need to get some help. Go get whatever it is. Go talk to the counselors. These people are there. They don't do nothing all day. If ain't nobody come and see them, these people ain't doing nothing all day. Go talk to them. Go have a meeting. Go have that meeting. When they having the conferences, go to your kids' conferences. Conference night. If you can't make conference night, I know every school has to provide you with a conference time. If you can't make the conference night, there's an arrangement, and I know this for a fact. You can tell them what day works for you, and they'll set aside that conference time. I think for the most part, even in the public school, they'll get somebody to watch the classroom while you have conference with the teacher and the staff or whoever it is that you need to have conference with. So there's nothing wrong with that. Go see your kids' teachers. Go see what classroom your kids are working in. Some people have never even seen the classroom. I listen. 3 years,
She said
I
never seen the
seen.
classroom.
Listen, in 3 years, I a couple of my kids, because we had the same kids because it was a program. I had never seen their parents a day, not one day, not even when they was in trouble. It was that bad. Some of them would stay at home parents and wouldn't even go pick the kids up. Like I've literally witnessed this. So go and pay attention to what's going on. Like you said, we don't want people talking about American society, and our kids are basically what they call them is dumb. They really
Yeah.
are. And that's really what they're talking about. America is raising a bunch of dumb kids. Like that's
Compared to the
crazy.
rest of the world, yeah.
That's exactly what's being said. So for me,
Because honestly, if you think about it, they're not dumb because they can learn all this other stuff. It's just somebody making them learn what they really need to learn. So if you think about it, they're really not dumb because if you can watch TikTok and learn how to, like, these young kids can learn how to do hair. I mean, but compared to what other countries, how other countries teach, yeah. But they're not dumb. They're just not, well, I ain't gonna say all of them. Most kids aren't dumb. They're just not being taught to learn life skills. They are being taught to how to dance, how to
but that's
do
what
all
they're
this other
talking
stuff.
about, though. That's exactly what they're talking about us. Like even when they, you remember you seen the meme? Remember the meme that they talk about black folks, and I'm gonna use us. So the meme is the world is in chaos and us, but they said ninjas, we over here line dancing and everything going on in the world. Tom said y'all don't take nothing serious. That was really a meme or a little post.
Mhm.
Seriously. And this is how they view us.
Yeah.
Not just, but I'm not just saying, I'm not talking about just black folks right now. They're viewing Americans as y'all ain't taking nothing serious. Like y'all not growing productive citizens. And that's what they think of us. Like they really think that of us. Like they got their nose tooted up in the air. It used to be a time where America was considered the top country. Now they got their nose tooted up at us saying that we ain't got nothing going on because they watching and they're listening, and like I said, the news give them insight to everything. Like I told, the
Mhm.
crazy part is I hate the news. I like it, but I hate it because if anything go on, the news gonna tell people where to find somebody because y'all so darn dumb. Like they gonna tell where the president at any given time. They gonna tell where the CIA at. Like y'all just dumb. Y'all giving people the insight to where everybody at. So if something happen, y'all told it. Ain't no secrets to nothing. The news got to report on everything. That makes no sense. Like when you see these other countries, they ain't tell you where their president at or where they what you call that king queen at any given moment. Especially when they going out, oh the queen has left the such. You find out after the fact. Y'all just dumb. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. Y'all just dumb. But again, this is the
That's
society
where
that
we
we
live.
this
We
is
can
what we
find. Let's
living
go
in.
find a different country to go live in. Where they pay us.
Girl,
Where they pay us to
I
live.
think they letting us in. Somebody, so I heard somebody, what one country
Well, they
said
pay
that
us to
Americans
live.
can't get come in because Trump said they not accepting Americans. I just can't. I can't right now. And this is the crazy part. Like, I don't know. We lost somewhere. We lost something somewhere. And so that was my issue. So I just want to talk about that for a moment. When it comes to kids and the statement about the children. Again, and we're like I said, I'm not saying that nobody's kid is dumb. And we gonna stand on that statement, especially if I can't even learn the TikTok. So if you could give your baby, your 2 and 3 year old,
It
I
ain't
seen
even
a
that they
one
learn.
year old
It ain't
get
even that they learn the TikTok. It's these kids at 8 months knowing how to even work a tablet. Like, so that's what I'm saying. We're not dumb. These kids aren't dumb by a long shot. They're just not being given the proper tools to learn. They're being okay here to keep you quiet while I get some rest because I don't work 2 jobs. Watch this to keep you quiet, and we thinking like a lot of people, like this Roblox thing. That's another thing I hear a lot of people talking about. Like it was just supposed to be a learning game. Now it's yeah, what are you teaching? What are they teaching on there? Because now they talking about they showing people in the bed together. So guess what? If this is what you let your child play to keep them quiet and entertained, and you're thinking they're learning something, yeah, they learning something, but they not learning what they need to be learning. So I think that's more so what it is, we're thinking, okay, as parents, okay, I'm gonna get them this and let this lady because they'll probably pick it up better, because of the music to it. But then like how we go back and are you really listening to what they're teaching them, or you just going like, for instance, me, I probably would have turned on. I probably just turn on Coco Melon because I hear all the people with kids not saying that's who their kids watch. And then if I had a kid, like, a babysitting somebody kid, okay, well, all the parents letting them watch it, so it must be some good. But we don't take the time to actually listen to what this stuff is saying, what they're teaching our kids to see if it's something that they really need to be spending 8 hours on watching. Okay, yeah, Miss Gracie's Corner teaching you ABCs, one, two, threes, how to tie your shoes, you know, how to say your AB. If they teaching you that, then that's good. But if they're not teaching you that, then okay, Miss Gracie's Corner is a reward after you get some ABCs and one, two, threes down pat. These adding, subtracting, you know, once you get all that kind of stuff, what age group, whatever your work is, then we'll get the extras.
listen, when my niece come here, she, cause she don't have an iPhone. She don't have. She's 4. But I told her she 4 going on 45, whatever. Um, she come here. She be like, she knows she can't touch my stuff. She be like, either Kenya or she be like, Papa, can I hold your iPad? Papa, can I hold your? No, girl, in where that TV at, go get your coloring book because she got her little coloring book. She got her little crayons and little markers and stuff. You sit on that floor, you can watch that. You can gladly sit there and watch that. She'll watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which I love Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, or she'll watch what does she like to watch? Bluey or whatever. But she is in that book and she'll ask questions or whatever. And so like I told my nephew, I said, first of all, we got a whole library upstairs. I'm always a teacher by trade. I used to teach pre-K, and then I had to homeschool my kids, and then I went into the school system. So there's everything. I have learners. I have the little easy readers. Listen, when I tell you I got a school, I got school. Everything that you need is upstairs, from the early childhood to high school. We got books. We buy books all the time. The Dollar Tree is everybody's best friend. Is the teacher's best friend. Or Sam's. I buy the little thick books out of Sam's or whatever. But she know when she go. I tell him you going to Dollar Tree. You can get her something whatever she wants. She want a little Play-Doh or whatever. But she better come here with some books, some something. You ain't gotta buy no pencils and crayons, but bring her something that's gonna be for her to learn. That's just what we do. Like she ain't finna just sit here and be on no tablet. I'm sorry. Like she finna do something here. Even with the baby. So the baby 4 months. I sing to the baby all the time. We singing ABCs, one, two, threes. I sing whatever I need to sing to him. He'll watch Clifford, he'll watch the Backyardians, but for the most part, I'm always in his face. Always. He 4 months, but don't think that he don't listen. Don't think
Yeah.
that he don't
Mm,
watch, and he respond to everything I'm saying. So
yeah.
it's gonna click in him before he know, he gonna know how to sing something, whether he's singing his numbers or something, because that's
And
what we
even
do.
stardom now, like that's how, because they hear that. But even stardom, that's what I said too. I one time I was like, "Oh, I have a baby just to test this theory." But like, start like if you know how when you pregnant, if you start letting them listen to those different languages, like Spanish, stuff like that, because that kind of stuff, like, yeah, Spanish, and you be like, why should I learn? Because those most jobs give you money if you are bilingual. They pay you extra. You could be getting paid like a normal person. If you're not bilingual, you get paid $15. But if you're bilingual, they can pay you 17. They'll give you incentives because you can speak more languages because all those different people are coming here. So guess what? You're a benefit or you're an asset to the company because you could speak more languages. So if you start like a lot of these daycares, like I know my ex boss, she said she was paying like $300 a week or something for her kids, but they learning Mandarin, they learning Spanish, they learning like they were learning different languages in the pre-K, like starting them in pre-K to learn basic words because and then by the time you get to high school, you do have to take a language. That's like you have to take a foreign language, I guess is what it's called. Well, down here, I remember you had to take a foreign language to pass high school. I don't know if it was 1 year or 2 years.
No, I think it's 2 years. It's still two
2 years.
years.
So it's like simple stuff like that. Like, okay, let your child, if you're gonna give them a tablet, that's why I said if you're gonna give them a tablet to where they're learning, the line dances. Okay, well, once you get this, you say your ABCs or you count to five in Spanish, then we can let you go line dance throughout, the rest of the night or something. But to sit there and watch line dancing all day, to watch people doing pranks all day or whatever else be like on TikTok, and I can even say that the cooking shows could be a good thing because that's a life lesson. You're gonna have to learn how to cook. So it just depends on what they're letting them watch. But yeah, watching line dances all day, yeah, that ain't that's not.
Oh,
And
she's
different dances, yeah, that's not it.
that's one that kids don't know how to do. I got adults that don't know how to do.
What cook?
No, say your prayers.
Oh, say yeah.
That's something. So it is. There's benefits. A lot of it can be changed because at some point you are spending time with your kids, some way, shape, or form. So there is something that you can do. I know for me, and this is just me. Like I said, I was a stay at home mom, so it was easy for me.
Me, you're right.
My children, when they got home, you get you something to eat. But I'm gonna need we offer our games and all that. So I'm gonna need y'all to sit down, do your homework, show me. Then y'all can go on about y'all business. And
Yeah,
then
they
on
can dance
Saturday,
you down.
listen, they used to hate it. On Saturday mornings, oh, I used to do a collection. Had a basket. Oh, I need everybody devices here. So y'all gonna do y'all chores. We gotta read. Y'all gonna read. Oh, they used to hate it. Read. They couldn't get their devices till 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I hate reading. I really hate reading. I rather listen to it.
My daddy said the quickest way to kill a person is to give them something to read.
I ain't gonna lie, that's my dad. I listen. I will
Give them
admit it.
something to
I
read.
hate reading. Like that is not my strong. I will listen. I rather listen to a book than to read it. Like I would literally rather just listen to you talk me the book. And another like that's my thing too, and that's why people do like need to encourage not only just reading, um, under comprehending what you're reading because that was a big issue with me. Like I can read something, but by the time I finish reading it, I totally forgot what I read. So that's another skill that okay, yeah, you're getting them to read, but teach them, skills on comprehending what they just read. Go back and be like, okay, well, this is what you need to do. You need to take notes on this because I'm gonna ask you questions about this book that you read because that's another life skill. Because if yeah, we want our kids to go to college and stuff like that, and that's what a lot of college is, note taking. You just got to take the notes because the professor up there just talking and giving out information. They not sitting down like. real deal explaining to you what's going on. So you're gonna have to learn how to take the notes so you can, um, so you can get the work done that they finna dish out or whatever, however you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, it's different ways of, you know, doing that. Like, yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to this comment. She said,
Mhm.
"Work first, play later is instilled early, and not when it's time to work." And that is, if you instill those goals in the kids now, then they have something to strive for. And I've always told my kids, strive to be better than me and your father. Like, I want y'all to be better. We provide a good life, but I need y'all to provide better for y'all than what we do.
Oh,
Like, no, I'm for real.
no,
And
I ain't talking
then,
about. I'm reading her
oh,
comment.
oh
That
yeah,
one.
and then she said this about her kids. So I used to do this thing because of imagination. So when my baby parents used to be good at, parents used to be like, I don't want to read these books. Like, I don't like these books or whatever. And I just be like, make up one. So go write me one. And she's like, what? Tell me a story. Make it up. Girl, for real. Cause what you not finna say is you bored. And you not finna say these all these books in here. And we used to go library cards. Listen, I still got my kids' library cards. We used to go to the library faithfully. The library always got events or something going on. The crazy part is people don't, well, we don't take our kids. Um I also knew that they had a couple tutoring classes. Like, I know we used to have one at the church. A lot of kids didn't come to. I don't know why, because all you had to do was send them, and it was free. A lot of schools have tutoring. Parents don't take advantage of. If they offering to tutor your kids, take advantage of it. They're not charging you. Take
Right.
advantage of it, because if your kid, even if they don't need it, take advantage of it. Like, so for instance, I'm gonna tell you right now, Jordan used to have tutoring on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jordan didn't need to be tutored, but you gonna stay there. Go ahead and get that work done. Get that work out the way. Because what are you doing? You come home to do what? So for the extra hour, I will just sit there. We will sit here. I used to go to McDonald's, or I used to go to the store, whatever the case might be, or I'll go all the way
Yeah,
home,
because if
true
that's the
story,
type of tutoring,
all
they
the way
can the
home,
work
and
that
then
you
come
have.
back.
Yeah, the
Yep,
work that you have, they can help you with that work.
it's
But,
free.
yeah.
They've offered it
Or if
free.
it's
I did
something
Julie the
else you
same way. It's
struggling
free.
with, if something else you, and then too, a lot of times I'm not gonna lie, and it depends on the area. Um, because like here, funding is different for different areas. Far as like public schools and stuff like that. Because where we in the country, you have some teachers that really care, about the kids, but then it's like funding too. Like
Let me
we
tell. Hold
don't
on.
we
Let
don't
me
get
stop
the
you real
good
quick.
books.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Every the school that you are, they pour more funding into the low income areas because that's where they need it. They need. I'm gonna say this because this conversation unlocking a filter. The dumber the school, the more money they get.
So
I'm
what
gonna
do they
tell you
do
that
with the
right now.
money though?
Exactly.
So then that's the
But they
issue,
have to.
because they're
But
not getting, they don't
let me.
get.
But hold on. I'm gonna say this: the dumber the school, the more money they get, and this is what happens. They have tutoring programs. They have reading programs, whether they letting people know or not, or whether the parents are actually taking advantage. But they have the money to do those things at those schools. I'm telling you that for a fact. Trust what I'm telling you. The schools have the funding, because if your school is failing, then they give you're eligible for a reading program because you need to get these grades up. You got some kind of tutoring program because you need to get the grade, because every school get graded.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm just
know.
saying,
I mean, and then
parents
again,
take
it's
advantage. Go ahead, baby.
yeah. I mean, it's still it's that. Um, honestly, and now that you say that, and that might be it. But I know, like a lot of schools here, okay, y'all redoing the schools, but what good is it to redo the building if you still got the same? Like I remember, I don't know if the high school here has it still, but I remember back in the day they had like cosmetology class, they had nursing class. Those was the two like things you could take. So by the time you get out of high school, you could have those degrees. Um, But like I like schools in Tampa, they have welding. Like they have how y'all have charter schools. We don't have that here. And then for us to like send our kids somewhere, you would have to be zoned for that area, know somebody. You would have, you know what I'm saying? Like it's what they send you to go through, but they don't have that here. They don't have different like little life skills, classes that they can teach you that kids can start doing now instead of y'all doing. I ain't gonna say it's nonsense or not helpful, but it's not, what's the word? It's basically not like, it's not gonna help them in the long run.
Not productive.
Yeah, it's something like, so like if you start welding, like how to, I know one of them schools or something, they had welding in Tampa. They had like mechanics. I remember schools like and then in different states too, they have all that kind of stuff, in high school, so kids can start, and they have people coming to work with them. So by the time they get out of high school, they'll have a trade or a skill. It's like now it's like you go through high school, you get all this, you do all these math classes. Half of them you probably would never use in life. Um, so what was the point of that? When y'all could have really been teaching them, how to balance checkbooks. Cause that stuff I didn't learn until I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like life skills that the school should be teaching, they don't teach. And then, you know, and I'm not saying it's just it's both parts. It's the parents and the schools, because if I'm sending my child there to you, I'm sending them to learn some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and then you force them to go to school for a lot of times. They not learning nothing, but y'all not teaching them nothing. So and then you got some of these kids that just get bored because they not learning nothing.
So it's the alternative. So I know there's a big issue. There's a debate with there's the bill that passed where you can get the voucher, the school voucher. So if you don't want your kid to go to public school, you get a school voucher and send them to a Christian school or some kind of private school. Or they have money now to where you can get the money to pay for transportation to send them somewhere else. So now it could be like, if there's transportation to go to a different school in a different district. I know a lot of, I'm telling you right now, I pick up a lot of kids in different areas and take them across town and pass maybe like 3 or 4 high schools or middle schools so they can go somewhere else. Like I literally do that in the mornings. Um, and I asked one kid, I said, "Why do you go way over there?" And he was like, "Cause matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you where it's at. He stayed I don't know if you're familiar with Tampa, but downtown off of Manhattan, not Manhattan, all the way Gandy, and I had to take him all the way to Tampa Prep. It was all the way up, um, past Martin Luther King, um, and Armenia. Yeah, we took Armenia, went past Martin Luther King. So I didn't even know the school was back there. It's way up there. So I was like, why do you go to school way over here? And he was like, my mom likes it better. And she Ubers him there every day, every morning. And I'm
Yeah,
just like, wow, like that was like, and that was a ride. And we probably passed for like 3 or 4 schools. But
yeah,
I guess when you now that's for her. But I
yeah,
do know that parents can now apply for a voucher that will help with the cost of transportation if you want to get your child in a different school or a different um charter school or Catholic school. So that's just my little take on it. I'm just saying, for parents, look, it's time to open our minds.
But our kids will have to go, and then that's the thing too. Like it seemed like it's easier said than done, because for us we have no charter schools here like that. Like you don't have, I ain't gonna say no, but you have very few. So just imagine if everybody wanted their kid to go to this school and you already zoned for that school. Yeah, you can get the thing, but now it's going to be overcrowding. Or like if you get good schools like Tampa schools, but Tampa for us is like 35, 45 minutes away. Could be an hour with traffic. So school already starting early. Just imagine how early these kids gonna have to get up. If I was to like send my child to a school in Tampa that I know is good, that teaches those type of life skills. Or
um
and I'm all the way in, or just and even, but that's like high school. Yeah, I could send my child into high school, but they have them for elementary. But I'm not finna Uber my child and I gotta be to work at a certain time. So it's like you said, they evidently they giving these schools money, but they not using it right. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's still
Listen,
the system is still messed up.
I'm gonna say this, and this is me. This is me through my divorce. I literally, well, even before then, my kids, 30, 45 minutes to go to school. I, yep, I did that. I sure did. Got them up. We woke up 5 o'clock, 5:30. We was out of the house by like 6:30, 6:45. If we was out of the house by 7, we was gonna be late. But they got there anyway, so I decided them in. But I did that for years.
But you gotta
For
think, when you wasn't working, you
no, no,
had
no. Hold on. When even through my divorce, got them to school, went to work. Right. This is me. Went to work.
ouch.
Um, got off. I didn't take my lunch break. I used to didn't take this was I did every day. I used to take my lunch break, so I would wait and not take no breaks. I would just work. I wouldn't take 15 minutes. I wouldn't take 30 minutes. I wouldn't take nothing. So when it was time for Julian to get out of school, Julian Jordan, I would then take my break, tell my boss, hey, I'm gone. Granted, she gave me a little bit, whatever.
Right. But a lot of
Um,
jobs ain't doing that either.
no, but I'm saying, especially if your child not far from you, I had to drive to Tampa downtown, pick up my baby, bring him back to school with me, and he sat in the car.
Yeah, but that's what
Sat
I'm
in the
saying.
car.
Everybody don't have that luxury. So I'm
Yeah,
not saying like it can't be done, but everybody don't have that luxury. A lot of jobs don't care about your personal life. You will be
but you
blessed
still
that
have a break. So it's
yeah,
like
but
for
it's a
me,
15-minute break.
but you get a 30-minute break too. So
You
that's a
get a
whole hour.
yeah, but if you get a 30, no, but you can't take them like that. A lot of jobs don't let you pile them all together. They don't let you do that.
But have you ever asked?
Yeah, you ask and they'll tell you that in the thing. You have this, you set, and they have you a
No,
set
I'm saying,
schedule.
have you ever asked? This is gonna be a debate for me. Have you ever asked at a job, you know, these are your breaks? That was my thing too. So my thing was I had to say, hey, I'm not asking you for anything, but this is what I need from you. I'll be the best employee, and I am gonna be your best employee, but I need help because this is my situation. Do you mind? And I will cover everybody. And I did that. I cover everybody's breaks. I will go wherever you need me to go. But I need this time at 1 o'clock. I need to leave here by 1:30, and I will be back by 2:30, 2:45 at the latest.
Be blessed. That's what I'm telling you. Be blessed. A lot of jobs don't let you do that. They don't care about your personal life. They don't care that you got kids. You can call off saying you dead sick, and they still okay. Well, you done been sick enough. I just got fired because I had the flu. I had the flu. The lady called me back and told me they was gonna pay me to call me to tell me they was firing me because I had the flu. They couldn't take. I was in training, and I needed you to train because she needed her business. They look at it, I need my business, what you won't do somebody else will do. That's what I'm saying. Be blessed. I get what you're saying, but everybody doesn't have that luxury. A lot of jobs don't let you take because they have it to, especially these call centers, because productivity calls are coming. I can't allow you to be, because if I do it for you, now I got to do it for her because she got 5 kids, you only got two, she got 5. So a lot of jobs, yeah, you're gonna ask a lot of jobs, they're gonna tell you if you can't do that. The job I'm finna have right now told me if I have doctor's appointments and I'm not gonna make training, don't even start with them. Because you cannot miss a day of training. If you miss a day of training, they're gonna fire you. They clearly tell you that. They don't care because I have to go to the doctor. I just had back surgery. Well, you need to change your doctor's appointments. So if you want this job, that's what you need to commit to. They don't care. A lot of jobs now don't care about that. They care about their productivity of their job and getting their products taken care of, their customers taken care of, their money collected. They don't care because you got mama now. You got John and Jane that got to get out of
So
school.
let me ask you a question. What would be
they
the
don't.
alternative for even okay, so and I'll use my brother. So my brother, um, he now for his neighbor asked him for a favor, and now because his neighbor couldn't go pick up his kids, his neighbor was like, hey, can you go pick up my kids from school? My brother, being who he is, he was like, sure. Neighbor was like, I'll pay you. He was like, man, it's right down the street. But he gave him a little something, like a little something, something for your time to go pick up my kids. Like, is that not even an option to reach out and help to
Not
see
all
if
the
somebody
time.
will help you?
I mean, you could ask somebody to help, but then a lot of times with the school, they don't just release kids like that. You got to go through a whole process with these schools now. Like no,
No,
like
no,
down.
I'm
I don't
telling
know
them
down here, like they don't
here
just let you.
they no here is a put them on your
Yeah, but what if
what
that
do you
means I'm
call
gonna
it,
be
the
putting a whole bunch of people because if this person can't go, then I got to call. Just say for instance, like you, I put you on my thing, but if you be like Misha, I can't go. Now I got to find.
girl. Let me
No,
tell you something. No,
I'm
I'm gonna
saying.
tell you the truth. On Juju and JoJo emergency card, front and back. It's two on the front. It was six, probably like 6 or 7 on the back. Sure did. Sure did. Every
I
last
mean,
person. You
but
run the
you got a
aisles, tell them
big
run down the
family.
line.
Everybody don't got that.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm just
I
saying
mean,
there's
it's
options
options.
though.
Yeah, it's options, but I'm what I'm saying for you is you are blessed. Just be you blessed. You have been blessed
Thank you,
with
God, for the
being
favor.
right. You've been
I
blessed.
appreciate it.
Everybody doesn't, and it ain't necessarily flavor. It's just God gave you a family. You got family that's willing. You got a lot of people that don't have family that's willing. You got a lot of people that their family has hurt them more than other people and their trust is gone. So leaving my kids with a random, but I need to get away from my family and I need to go somewhere else. So I just have me to depend on. I don't have anybody else to depend on. I'm not going to say that's me because that wasn't me. I had plenty of people to depend on. So I was blessed too to have that village. Everybody not brought up like us, and I've seen it. They don't have that village. Their mama is on drugs. They daddy on drugs in prison. You're not finna leave your child with a crackhead that you know that probably won't take care of your child, and that's the only person you have alive is your mom. So you have to do what you have to do. You have to find a job that's going to work around your schedule. And a lot of these jobs don't care. They really just don't care anymore. They're not like I even had a job that when I graduated from this same school I'm going to now that I'm graduating, when I graduated back in 2016, the man that owned the company, he was the father. He was more family oriented. But what happens a lot of times is, and they say this even happened with Walmart, that because even with Walmart, when you worked on Sundays or Saturdays and you had family, they said they used to pay them extra. Like they'll get them an incentive to work on those days. If when Walmart gave it to their kids, the kids don't care about that because a lot of them don't have kids, so they don't care. They only thinking about I need to make money. Just like that job I had, the dad was family oriented. The son didn't care. He didn't care. So it was either you gonna do it well like I do it, or I'll find somebody that will do it. And that's just how it is. So if you don't have that village, yeah, you can put 6 million people on there. But just think about how many people, and this was gonna be one of our discussions too, gonna support you. Yeah, they gonna talk. Yeah, girl, I'm coming. Yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, I got you, girl. You my dog. But when it's time to actually be my dog, when it's time to actually be there for me, are they really gonna be there? Or are they gonna make excuses? So that's how, everybody doesn't have that luxury of, oh yeah, I can call my brother. Oh, I don't got no brothers and sisters. I don't got no real brothers and sisters. I got God brothers and sisters. Can I call them? Yeah, but do they have families? Yeah. Am I, they gonna help when they can, but a lot of them are in the same predicament I'm in. They single or they're a single parent. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them, but like they got their own kids. They got to try to go pick up in a different area from my kids. My kids are older than theirs. So yeah, people gonna do what they can, but everybody's not blessed to have that good village where they can, or they not have blessed to have a job where they boss will actually do stuff like that for them, because they boss gonna feel like if I do it for you, I'm gonna have to do it for all the rest of these people. And just, again, us takes advantage of a lot of stuff. So you get a little bit and you take them out. Now they just cut it all off together. And it ain't just us. But we'll take that. A lot of people will do that. I ain't gonna even just put it off on us. A lot of people, you give them, yeah, I'm gonna let you do that. But now, are they really going to get their kids? No, child. They just don't want to be to work, so they don't went to Tampa Fashions. They don't went to City Trend shopping. They doing all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like for real.
and the crazy part is probably because I haven't, like, I have experience in working, because I worked in high school. I didn't work after I was 18. And then I worked again when I worked at nursing home, and had the same experience at nursing home. I was able to go. I worked at night, or I worked in the day. I went to work, got my shift started, went home, got my children, got them dressed, took Julian all the way to review, came back to work, and then went and picked him up doing my lunch break, and then came back. Like, I had that blessing there. When I started at when I worked at RCMA daycare, same thing. I wouldn't go take my kids to daycare because I brought them with me, took my baby to daycare,
See, a lot of
went
people
and
can't
picked them
bring
up,
their
took them
kids
all the way
with.
to Wild Mama, and then went back to working. And then even when I worked at the school, same thing. They allowed me and
Yeah,
they
that
helped me.
right.
Even to the point where I was going to quit my job, and I told the lady, I said, I got too much going on. Well, I did quit my job, but I just didn't want to work there. But she was like, "No, you can still do the same things you was doing. We just need you to stay." But I didn't want to stay and work for her. I didn't. But she still was the same way. She was like, "Whatever you need from me," knowing that I had two special needs kids. She was like, "Whatever you need, I'll help you."
Yeah,
So
but then
I was just
again,
like,
you got your kids in a kid atmosphere. You got to think a lot of people work at call centers. Can't have kids at no
"No,
call.
no, 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 no. I didn't take
You
them with
know.
me. No, I needed to leave and go
No, but
pick
I'm
them
saying
up."
like you just said they done came to school with you,
Oh
or
no,
they done.
that's when I worked at the pre-K. That was, girl. That was
Yeah,
years
but
ago. My
that's what I'm
baby been,
saying. That
yeah,
that a lot of kids you can't even
yeah.
bring like it's the what they call it, the corporate world. A lot of people work in these call centers, like a lot of girls. I can't say a lot of people work in call centers or they work in like doctors' offices. They don't let you a lot of like you will get some doctors. I'm not gonna say all. You will get some doctors that don't mind, but then think about it. A lot of these people got 5 and 6 kids. It's okay if you got like one or two, but you bringing all 5, 6 kids to sit in the waiting room while you work at work, and they already got a little bit of waiting room. They ain't got no big
I'm
space,
not. I ain't
you
saying
know.
that be crazy now.
But no, I'm just saying. But that's a lot of people that have these 5 and 6 kids. They can't afford to send they pay that to send their kids, or they can't afford to if they get off of work, like to do certain like they can't afford to get off of work. You got an hour break. You may work all the way across town. By the time you get back, do this like you gonna be with traffic now, especially with traffic these days. Like you don't go nowhere that's less than an
You
hour.
know what?
So
I need you right. So, like I said, we always thank God for the blessing, and I'm gonna thank Him right now for the blessing. But also, I want to send this little disclaimer out to. I'm gonna say shout out to my A1s, or what you call it, A1s from day
from day
one.
one.
Listen, Philip, Timmy, Ranisha, Tanisha, Tara, Cherry, Brian, April, Michelle, Darrell. Thank y'all. I
Yeah.
thank y'all for being on call. Like, literally, there is never a time where I say, "Hey, if I couldn't make it," my brother has one to pick up my kids, both of my brothers. April, man, please. April and Brian, there was never a time where I didn't call them and they was not available. So y'all, the MVPs, Ranisha, um, man, Tara, I remember, I don't know if I was going out of town or something. Tara picked my kids up and took them to school. Like, I,
Yeah.
for like three or 4 days. No issue. I said, "I need you. Can you do this?" Um, no problem. I
Right.
thank my family. Just hearing
Exactly.
this, I'm just gonna tell you, if I have not said thank you to y'all, even to Darrell, because there are times I used to be so tired. Darrell would go pick up the boys. Darrell would take them to school. Listen, I cannot thank y'all enough, and especially to my baby now. My daughter gets them up. These are her kids. She get Julian Jordan up. She take them to school. She go pick them up from school, bring them home. She might get them something to eat, whatever she need, because y'all know she prepared. And I don't even worry. The only thing I worry is about to be on the road. I always call them and be like, y'all on the road. Let me know when you make it. Let me know when you come home so I know where she at all times. But I don't even have to call them. I used to call and make sure that they was up. Now she's on it. So my daughter, like, listen, I just to just hear and I know people have issues, and I'm just thinking, oh well, it'd be easy because I thought I had it rough, but just
Mm-mm.
hearing that it's a blessing. So I'm just gonna tell my family and my support system, thank y'all, and it's a blessing. But two, I want to give a shout out to my cousin because I see her. She doesn't have a daycare, but she babysits for people. And I think she has like 5 or 6 kids. So Nisha, if you watching, shout out to you for doing what
Yeah.
you do for these parents because she's not charging them arm and a leg, but she's literally, and she said, if y'all need me to watch y'all kids because she loves children, she's doing the thing. She feed them. They learning. I be seeing the little papers and crayons. She have activities for them. They learning. She feed them. She put them to sleep. Your kids are clean fed and they learning in her environment, and she's doing such an awesome job. So Nisha, um shout out to you for doing what you do, just hearing what's going on, and just
Yeah.
being who you are, because I know these parents are really appreciative of what you're doing. So I want to give a shout out to
Mm-hmm.
her. But it's just sad to hear. And like literally, I'm telling you right now, I'm just sitting here like in shock because I'm like, I thought I had a rough life because I thought I was like, I do a lot
I
and I
did
gotta
too.
go get this and I gotta go get this. And just to hear
Mm-hmm.
like that's crazy. Like, but
Especially like,
again,
my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt. But
no, go
like a
ahead.
lot of stuff is retail, like McDonald's. Like a lot of stuff is, you know, that's the jobs that's kind of hiring. They don't give you that just, oh yeah, you can go, because they have a product. They have, time frames. They have to have this food out the window by a certain time. So if I got you on break for an hour and it's only three of us, you the fourth person. Now that's gonna make our stuff slow. You know what I'm saying? At Walmart, I need these registers open, and then that's the crazy part. A lot of times you see them and the line still be long. They can't afford to hire nobody because they already, who gonna work. A lot of people, and that's another thing. People don't want to work for the little bit because, okay, what is this going? You can get more money not working, sitting at home, and that's why they say Trump finna cut off. But you can really get more help not working at all, sitting at home. So
Well, I
because
guess
who
I'm
who
just the out of touch one. I
who
guess
wants
I'm out of
to
touch.
who want to go work? You work. I mean, I ain't gonna say. I mean, it's a lot of people just feel like I'm finna go 8 hours and I'm only getting paid $12 an hour. I'm only getting paid $15 an hour. But to me, I'm $15. Let me start at 15 and work my way up. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's what? So crazy. But it's like, yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I was really blessed because my auntie was in the school system. So elementary school, I never had to worry about my kids. They went to the same elementary school for the longest until we moved, that my auntie, taught at. By the time they went to a different elementary school 1 year. But my parents was older. My daddy had a job where, like his boss didn't care what, that he let him go. So my daddy could go pick up my kid. He can go home. My daddy go home for 2 hours. And the people did, like, they knew, okay, oh, he out. Or he could go, he used to have to run errands for the building. So yeah, in his running errands, he can go pick up the kids for me, or he can go get them something to eat because I had to work. I couldn't do that. I couldn't just get off of work. My boss wasn't, they wasn't having that working in retail. Oh yeah, oh well, I got 2 kids, and I guess how many other people had 2 kids. Hey Kayla, yeah, guess how many other people had 2 kids that didn't have nobody could have said the same excuse. So yeah, literally we were blessed because we had a village that would, because of who my daddy is, if my daddy couldn't do it, my daddy was calling somebody to go do it for him too.
I
So
pray, and like I said, and again, I don't really know. I'm not gonna say I know. I don't really know anybody in that situation, but I would be willing to help. For me, I know how it feels to be on both sides. Especially I being a single mom now, to be able to have help, or to not have help, because like I said, when Kenya wasn't here, that was like the most trying year. Um, because I had to do everything. So, I mean, but like I said, I'm thankful for my village, because those days that I couldn't make it or something was going on, or then too, like I said, and I ain't gonna even say that, because I'm gonna say, um some, so we have a group of friends with Julian, their parents, so I was able to call them and be like, hey, can y'all at least bring him to review, or take him to y'all house, and then I'll come pick him up from y'all house, or I'll send somebody to get him from y'all house. So that was a bonus too, because some days if I couldn't make it, and I'd be like, hey, can y'all bring Julian with y'all, and then I'll just come pick him up, or whatever the case might be. So I am thankful for that. But I just feel like, I real deal thought that it was like, because I know that there are things out there. I just thought
Yeah.
that it would be more simple to just, if you could ask for everything else, then ask for that. But I
You
guess
can
not.
ask for it, but it's not. Yeah, you can't just out job. You gotta, again. You got a boss that you have some of those. They are very rare now. That a boss really cares about their employees. Most companies, they just care about a dollar. They just care about making a dollar. And if you're not helping them make a dollar, they don't need you. You are a lot. You're not an asset to the company, as they say. You're basically holding the company back. And I'm gonna tell you this. Think about this. And this one person, I don't know if you've seen this one on the news. The one girl that worked at Burger King, that she was, they was supposed to have three people, she say, in the store, but one of the people quit on her. And instead of her, she got a line of people out. She didn't have time to call the manager. So that's another thing a lot of these stores do. The manager's not there. They'll leave the person that's been there the longest in charge. She running the whole Burger King by herself. She went viral. And because she didn't call the manager, she didn't stop helping the customers that's in the line outside. So she running drive-through, cooking, and running the people in the front. They fired her. This girl said, this is the only job I had to take care of my kids. And I did whatever for you people. I worked in that store by myself. I didn't call y'all and bother y'all. I did it. And they fired her because she made, basically, because people was talking about how bad, like, how would Burger King do that? Because why is there a manager in here coming to see? But you hire these people, but they fired. So what? I'm supposed to stop? Tell everybody, like, close? If she would have closed the door, she would have been screwed. Because why you closing the door without asking? But she's steadily trying to run y'all business, and y'all still fire her. So now she don't have a job. They don't give, you know, they ain't what they gonna give her. Now they might give her something because it went viral and people gonna talk about it, or people, I think, maybe gonna donate to her. I can't remember what the story did, but the girl was running the store by herself, and Burger King, it went viral, and Burger King saw it and they fired her. So that tells you how companies. Be, yes, we need to be. I ain't gonna lie. The older I get, I really do see how grateful I am for a lot of stuff. That I realized other people didn't have.
I'm gonna say this, and this is a plea. This is a question. It's a question, but a plea. Because you made a statement that it's easier to stay home and get more money than it is to go work. So I'm asking the question to a lot of these older people. Anybody understand my voice? And y'all can ask the question. This is a topic, and this is something that we can ask people. For a lot of girls, ladies, women, um, even, well, I ain't gonna say men, but people that you trust. If y'all at home and you not working, but you complain about not having money, and you know somebody that could use the help with you watching their babies, or like going to the bus stop and making sure they come home, and they might give you $5 or $10, what's the problem with doing that? Or like, bring back, we can't bring back Big Mama, but we can create new Big Mamas. So what's the problem with, you remember it back in the day, you used to have the go to the house, the lady who used to babysit everybody sure. So you
Mhm.
go to the house, she probably got about 5 or 6 kids, which is what my cousin doing. What's wrong with babysitting somebody's child? So if you don't want to work, let them go work. You babysit, so now your behind ain't working, but you allowing them to go work, and now and I'm quite sure they're gonna pay you because you ain't finna do it for free. Now you can at least get something. You getting something on for free anyway from the government. Why you not? offering your services, or what's the harm in offering your services to people in need?
Want
Like
to
for
know the
me,
harm?
if
This was
somebody want me to babysit and they be like, you know what? Oh, I'll use a perfect example. So my baby, my baby. So his mom was like, oh, well, I got to work. So he going to the daycare. And I was like, who going to the daycare? And she was like, he is. I was like, who going to the daycare? I said, no, ma'am, you go to work. You can do whatever you need to do. He ain't going to nobody daycare. I will come pick him up. I will bring him back to you. Because that's just me. First of all, he's not going because he too little and he's always sick. And I'm like, I don't really do daycares when they that young. So no. Maybe when he get a little bit older, he can go to daycare. But I don't work. So no. I just drive Uber. No, I can drive Uber anytime. I will watch him, you go get you a little job and have a nice day. But as far as him going to daycare, no, I don't have an issue with that. If somebody's saying, "Hey, I can you watch my baby from such and such," and I just need to go to work, I don't have an issue doing that. I would gladly. I don't because what am I doing?
right.
But that's just a question I'm asking for.
So
Especially, I know a lot of people that stay home and do nothing. What are you doing that you can't watch your kids or your grandbabies or whatever, so that they can go work? And then, like I said, if you making them give you a little something, then yeah, that's cool. Don't beat them over the head with it, because I'm quite sure they're not making a lot, but just a little something. Because again, you already ain't doing that. That's just a question I'm asking.
and I'm gonna answer it from a different side. And you right. I agree with you. Um, but because of society these days, anything happens to that child, you're gonna be responsible. People are all about a dollar. That's a quick lawsuit. Oh, you hurt my child. Mind you, but you wanted me to watch your child. But as soon as something happened, what do the first people think? Oh, you did this to my baby. Oh, don't hit my baby. Oh, this a lot of people don't like other people to discipline their children, for one. Um, and then for two, you got these people, society don't like to see nobody else do better than them. So just say for instance, a lot of these girls that's
Go
that
ahead.
that can get assistance, um they probably living in a rental. So just imagine somebody calling the people on you. Oh yeah, she over there babysitting, and charging people. She got a little daycare over there and she ain't licensed. You don't know no CPR skills. That's a lawsuit. That's
Hold
bad.
on. You can babysit, but I'm not saying just random kids. I'm saying your grandbabies, your niece, you can do that.
Well, yeah, them.
Yeah, you can do that. That's what I'm saying. If
But
it's you can babysit, and I'm not saying have a daycare, but if your say your daughter needs you to watch your grandbaby, and so she go get a job, what's wrong with that? If your niece,
I don't
if
raise
I'm
my
saying,
kids.
Auntie,
You
can
gonna
you
figure
watch
it
my
out. I'm tired of
that's what
raising.
but that's the problem. I'm saying, so if my niece say, Auntie, and I did it, oh, my niece is to tell you I did it. Auntie, can you watch such and such? I need to do this. I used to babysit. Yes, bring them. Bring them. They used to go with me wherever I need to go. The kids was in the car seats. I got pictures. I got pictures of my niece, my nephew, whatever. Bring them. I was gonna watch the babies. Y'all go to work. Go ahead. I watch the babies. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's just not society these days. Everybody's not. You got to think a lot of people don't. Again, grandmas aren't really grandmas. They are still in their outside stage because they started young. This I ain't 45. Grandmas wasn't 45. You know what I'm saying? Grandmas was My grandma was darn near 90 when she died, and I was in my 20s, bro. Like, so grandma had grandma had been done being outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. Grandma, I'm 45. I ain't even 45. Y'all told me y'all didn't give me until I'm 45. Like, I was a teen. I didn't get to do a lot of stuff because I was a teen. Now that I'm not a teen, like, I don't want to be raising no kids. Give me a minute. Like, I'll watch them here and there, but I don't want to be stuck with your baby. That's your baby. Like that's how people really look at it. That's your baby. Or then you gotta think, how many people got cars? Like, so some how many people like they got their own 6 kids. So I'm gotta deal with my own six and then watch somebody else. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm just telling you about what I hear. I ain't saying this right or wrong, but that's what people be like, girl, what I look like watching her kids. I got my own kids. She better figure it out like I had to figure it out. That be people
That's
responses.
it's that's sad though. And I mean, but I guess I'm just different.
You different.
I guess I'm just
Everybody,
different.
you different. Everybody ain't, you know, like what Kayla? Kayla, you still on here? It's 3 people on here. Um, how many kids you willing to watch, Kayla? Like what? Cause Kayla, I like Kayla. Kayla, how many kids you gonna watch, Kayla? How many people, other people, kids you gonna watch? Other and then people don't like you to touch. Like people don't like you to discipline their kid. But I tell anybody, I tell my cousins, like no lie, all my cousins can tell you that's under me. When y'all have a baby, if y'all want me to ever watch y'all baby, bring that baby to me at 3 months. When the doctor released him to be out, bring me that baby then.
Child, them babies be outside the next week.
Well, but I'm just saying, I'm 3 months. Like that's because we couldn't go outside until after 3 months. Bring me the baby at 3 months to let me start watching the baby. Don't bring me that baby at 8 months when you done spoiled them. That baby don't know me because I'm not watching your crybaby baby. I'm not. I don't got the patience no more. My patience ain't on that. I need the baby to know who I am. I don't need this baby hollering because you got a lot. That's another thing. You got a lot of these people that got the babies, and the babies only go because the mama hold them all day. I'm not gonna hold you. We gonna sit you in the walker, in the car seat, depending on how old you are. You finna watch TV. You gonna sit there and be I'm not. I can't hold you all day.
Well, you ain't finna watch Sean then, cause Sean don't like sitting in the car seats.
Well, he can sit in the little bouncer thing, but I'm not
He
gonna
might
hold
sit in
you
the
up
bouncer, but he like to be here, or he like to
because
sit up.
because y'all
He don't
hold
like lay
them.
down. He
Cause
don't like
y'all
lay
hold them.
down.
Well,
We
sit. We
do.
gonna sit you. Listen, I'm gonna do
We
you like
do.
I did my kids. You gonna sit. I got a sectional, but even on the couch, you sit them in the arm of the couch. Put a pillow. You finna sit up. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you all day, bro.
He got the little what you call it, the little pillow thing,
What? That's
the
what
little
you gonna do.
pregnancy
I'm gonna
pillow
stick
thing.
you.
He
I'm
got
gonna
some of them. He got everything, but he don't like he'll sit there for a minute and
see
he
you
wants to
just
pick up.
like baby, so you
Yeah,
gonna hold them anyway. Oh, I wanna hold them, and
that's
that's
my
what y'all do.
baby.
They be
Yeah, he
hold okay, but then y'all
yeah.
getting spoiled. But now you want me because you got to go do something to watch your spoiled baby. I ain't finna hold you baby all day.
Just hold him for a second. He don't
Okay, I
cry.
don't mind holding him at level for a second, but I'm not finna hold you all day. No, bro, I'm not. We finna stick your little self in this corner of this couch, and we gonna prop the pillows up, and you gonna sit here like a big boy. We gonna prop you gonna I'm gonna put you in there so your back is straight. So you sitting up, you not slouching. We gonna get your posture right. See, I'm teaching you life lessons on how to sit up posture. Get your posture right, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Get your posture right. And you gonna watch this TV. Auntie finna wash these dishes real quick. Cause I ain't finna put this thing on, try to wash it. I ain't finna do all that. I can't even hold no baby right now. So bro, if you brought your baby over here, I can, if they less than 5 pounds, I can watch your baby, but I can't even because I said I would do that too right now, but I can't even lift no babies. I
Yes.
can't lift nothing. I can't.
Our
I can't so
Sean's
you know.
son Shine,
So
he's
yeah,
spoiled.
yes,
He's very
but
spoiled.
that's what people do. So I don't want no spoiled kids. Why you want to spoil them? Because that's what you like to do. You got to think about they going to somebody else that don't. If I got your baby, but you telling me to get other people kids, I can't hold your baby all day, and I got these other kids to tend to. So y'all need to. That's another thing. These mamas need to stop spoiling these kids. Like my auntie used to tell me, they ain't gonna hurt to cry, especially when they're young. They getting all that phlegm out their chest that the doctor didn't suck out. It's okay for them to cry. That's all they doing is breaking up that mucus so they can eventually throw it away. They'll be okay. Now you make sure they change, but just because they crying because they want to be held, nope, go put them on. I used to put Miara in her playpen and blast the music. Here goes some toys and play. I'm not finna hold you. You can cry, and then if you fall asleep crying, then that's what you was
Well,
tired.
John can't cry like that because he screams bloody murder.
Yeah, and he'll be okay. He
Yeah,
screamed bloody
no.
murder as soon as you pick him up. He done screaming. So he just wanted you to pick him up, and kids manipulate. So that's why I say these kids is not dumb. We the dumb ones because we fall for the bull crap. We the ones who don't. Cause you just gonna scream bloody murder. I'm gonna teach you that you don't get to be picked up just cause you scream. I have stuff to do. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna watch this TV, or we're gonna put on some ABCs, and I need you will cry them in your sleep. Do that. But I'm not gonna hold you all day. I got stuff to do. You don't just get to cry and I pick you up. No, and you gonna cry. And when I get done doing what I'm doing, now I can show you some attention because you are okay. You're not wet. You're not hungry. I gave you your what God say the daily bread. So yeah. So you can't spoil the baby and then expect somebody to watch your baby and they got to watch. Just imagine somebody watching three spoiled kids. Man, then y'all wonder why these people be like they kids in the rivers and stuff. These people losing their mind. Cause yeah, but we got to teach. So we teaching the kids from a young age that they don't get what they want just because they throw a tantrum. That's a life lesson. Because when you get in the real world, people don't care about you throwing a tantrum. Normally, when you throw a tantrum these days, you go to jail, and they definitely don't care about you there.
Oh, Shine, yeah, he falls out when he don't get his way. He throw his head back and everything
So
at
we
four
need to break
months.
Sean at 4 months. Sean can get a no, no, Sean. We don't do that. You don't have to hit him hard. We don't do that.
I wish somebody would.
See what I'm saying? See,
You're
this
right. You're
exactly
right.
why. That's
I wish.
exactly why people don't watch
Hey,
other people's kids.
who said I work on the Saturday Entertainer? I'm on the wish factor. I wish a would
That's why. See,
would.
this is why you got your answer. You answered your own question. This is why people don't watch other people's kids. Cause and my disclaimer is when I bring listen, if you don't want me to discipline your kids, do not bring them to my house. Because the same discipline my kids get, yours gonna get it too. Your kids is not finna jump on my couch like it's a trampoline. We don't do
No,
that.
but see, I didn't. We
We
didn't have that issue. I didn't have
Yeah,
that
we
issue.
not doing that.
I
Your
didn't have
kids
that
ain't
issue.
finna be running around, running back and forth in my house like this the playground like we outside. So when I tell them no and they don't listen, oh yes, they're gonna get popped. Am I gonna abuse them? No, but they gonna get popped. And I've learned how to spank kids. When you have light skinned kids, even kids, period, you get a spatula. You hold them by
You
their
can
ankle.
you can't now you finna go to jail.
No,
You
I'm not
going
going
to
to jail.
you going
You
to jail.
pop them on the bottom of their foot. Because guess what now? I'm not putting no bruises on you and your foot hurt. You gonna sit down now. You gonna go have a seat.
You going to jail.
I'm not going to jail. I pop you. I'm not killing you. I'm not putting no marks on you. But I'm finna tear these little feet up the bottom of this foot because now your feet hurt and you gonna sit down. You can't get up running around when I just told you to sit down somewhere. So if you don't want that, don't let me watch your kid.
Oh
Period.
God,
Point
she
blank. Don't
said.
even bring them over here. Cause when Auntie Misha say sit down, that's what Auntie Misha means. Sit down. It's the time to play, like they say in church. It's season. What it say? It's season. There's a time to mourn. There's a time to be happy. There's a time to play, and there's a time to sit down somewhere. So we gonna learn life lessons. Cause when you
So
get
you
into
just hit a whole Medea.
Yeah, because when you get into these people's schools and jobs, there's a time to work and there's a time to play. So we're gonna teach you at 4 months. Baby, you don't get to come in here. You can fall out on them people flow in the call center and they're gonna politely get the security or the police to come escort you out. So we're not gonna learn to fall out at 4 months because you don't get what you want. Cause it's gonna be a lot of stuff in life that you're not gonna get just because you want it. And Auntie Misha is a witness. Glory. So we gonna start teaching him at 4 months. Baby, you can fall out. You better hope you don't fall and bump your head. You 4 months, but don't fall and bump your head doing all this because you was just too big for that. You done been here. You know how this go. So we not gonna do that. Don't come back and try to be a baby now. You should have been the baby the first time you was here. He's a full grown German Shepherd right now. So we not gonna let Auntie Baby fall out. No, he don't get to fall out. but we just gonna set him up. We need to get you need to get him a walker so he can sit up and walk around and
He's
you
too
know.
little for that though. He can't because he's not sitting up. He's too, but he's smaller than
No,
the
like you
average
said,
4 month
there's a
old.
wheel for everything. They got the little things that you could put in the walkers. Now they make everything for these babies. These is some special babies. You can put the little donut thing that hold him up and sit him in the thing, and he'll sit up. He can hold his head up if he want to sit up. If he that knows that he gonna sit in that walker, the little salsa thing. It ain't got the walk, but it just sit there and he can bounce and play with the toys, and it'll sit him in the little tube, and he sit him there, and then you buckle him in, and it'll sit him up like a little car seat that sit in the seat. It's some girl. I'm telling you, I'm sure they got it out there. We gonna find it, cause we not just gonna hold him. He not gonna be spoiled. He's a boy. Even if he was a
Definitely,
if even if he was a girl, he's not gonna be spoiled. She wasn't gonna.
he's definitely spoiled. Um,
Well, we gonna unspoil him, cause he don't
well,
need to be spoiled.
so with that being said, first of all, thank you
Mm.
to everybody who watched our
She don't
live.
want me to say her baby ain't gonna be spoiled.
No, I'm
She
just saying.
said, see, you can't watch
Thank
her
you to
kid.
everybody who watched our live. Thank you to everybody who's supporting us. Our conversations was about society and these new age kids and um how we just feel like we just want to stop allowing people to label our children. We for me, I just sincerely hope that everybody gets the help for your child. If you feel like your child needs help, go receive help. Find out
Yeah.
what's going on in your child's school, find out what's going on in your child's life, find out what's going on with your child,
Mm-hmm.
period. It's so very important that we know what's going on instead of us just letting these people label our kids. um like I said, we want them to be productive adults, productive citizens. We want them to aspire to be better and greater than what we were. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
have way more opportunities than we did. So it's out there. And so we just want to just push them a little bit harder, a little bit further, and just let them know that they are so worthy to just be something. Quit allowing society to tell your kids that they're not gonna be nothing. So that's my little spill. That's my little
Yeah.
take on it today. Just go find out what it is going on with your child, with your children. And two, for me, if you are that person out there that can be a support system, because right now we need to bring back the village, especially in our community. I know everybody got this little feeling towards each other, whatever, but we all family. Um, if y'all ain't even fighting, y'all don't even know why y'all fighting. Go make amends. But we need to bring back the village because everybody needs some help. Nobody walking this earth not gonna say that they don't need help.
Need help.
So for me,
Right.
if you can be that village for somebody, be that village for somebody. Provide some kind of help and support, and in that God will bless you and your efforts, because that's what he is. God is love, Jesus is love. So you show love to people, show love to your neighbor, show love to your family, and in turn, like you said, reap the rewards. So that's just me. This has been a great Saturday episode. You guys be sure to tune in. So next week we are chatting it up. So it is me and Misha, and we are chatting it up. We have so many topics to touch, so many things that we want to hit. And then don't forget, on the 27th we have our financial literacy Saturday with Tanya Burney. And I put in the comment, I'm gonna pin it again. In the comment, there is a link um for you to fill out the financial literacy form. I also shared it. Fill it out, engage. It takes you 1 minute to just fill out the survey. Misha, make sure you fill it out. I gotta make sure I
I
fill
did
it
it
out.
already.
Oh, okay. Fill out the survey, and just give her information. And then be prepared on Financial Literacy Saturday, which is September 27th at 9 a.m. Again, 9 a.m. Come with your questions, come with your paper, pen, and pad. That way you need something.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk when you get done.
Oh, come
Talking
with
at
your
my church.
questions, come with your paper, pen, and pad, and be ready to take down some important information. Like I said, we are in the process of posting everything that we have given out so far. We have links, we have flyers. Go to the flyer. You have a mental health coach, you have a pastor, you have financial literacy, you have someone to help you with your property, your land, and we also have real estate agent. And next month we will have a real estate agent and a broker, an actual real estate broker. So we're still working on that, and we're working on insurance. So those are the things that we are currently working on. But right now, just continue to support Conversations Unlocking Unfiltered with me and Misha. Continue to just pray that this platform just helps someone else, that helps people, not just someone, but even if we just reach one, then we've done our job. But continue to pray that God just keeps blessing this platform and blessing our efforts, because everything we do is for the glory of God. Even the conversation that we're having is just to bring awareness. These are conversations that we don't talk about. We talk about the things that people don't like to talk about. So that's why they're unlocked and unfiltered. So with that being said, you have an announcement, and then we'll go into.
Oh no, I ain't got no announcement. But
Okay.
what I'm gonna say is, for me, like I know, for instance, our community is small. A lot of stuff is elsewhere. Um, but what I found out is if you go on Facebook, since everybody's on social media, they post a lot of stuff on social media. If you go on events, it'll bring up a bunch of different events that are happening um in the surrounding area between here and Tampa. It'll show you like different events for these kids to do. And a lot of this stuff is free. It's a lot of stuff that's family friendly, that you can go out and find out. It may not be here in Dade City, but you can go to Tampa. A lot of people go down there to shop, but you can go down there to like these museums, like get these kids into doing different stuff and not, sports is good and all, but get them to liking different things, like seeing different things besides just sports. They have museum stuff, they have technology stuff that's out there. So you can go on Facebook, events, whatever they call it, to do that. So that's another way to get these kids out and active, instead of just sitting at home watching, the games. And don't be, and I'm not just saying this for everybody else, I'm saying this for me too. Don't be so prideful to ask for help. Um, if you really need help in anything, don't be to the point that like I'm just too, I don't want to bother anybody. That's my thing. I don't want to bother anybody when I need help. If somebody asks you, do you need help? Just be honest, because that's another thing. I'd be like, no, I'm okay, when you really not okay. If you're not okay, say it, because there are people that are honestly and genuinely interested in helping you. Or if they can't help you, like I don't, I may not always be able to help, but I know other people that possibly can help, and I can get you into, get you to the right direction of somebody that may be able to help you. And that's just in anything. So that's my end of the thing. Don't be too prideful to ask for help or to say you need help when somebody asks how you doing. I'm not okay. My child is doing this. I don't know what to do for him. I saw a girl on Facebook say that she needs a mentor, a male mentor. So if anybody knows, I don't know if she found one yet. I saw her post. If anybody knows a male mentor program that her son, I think he's like in elementary, leave a comment on here or reach out to me so I can get it to her. I don't know if she found anybody. Um,
Um, there is somebody, Chris Tonsel. He has some kind of group male summit thing that he does. I'll give you his information. She's in Tampa.
No, she's not in Tampa. She's here, but I'm sure
Yeah.
the cry for help. That's the cry for help. It's like little stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see people asking for help, and a lot, people have responded to her. But they do have a mentor program like the Sherman that was on here, but it's for kids older than hers. It's like middle school to high school. So we could find something. I was gonna find somebody like elementary age kids that will be willing to help these little boys. Again, I'm not gonna say, I don't know if he has a dad, like if his dad's around. I mean, I know he has a dad, but if the dad's around, I'm not sure the dynamic. But for these kids whose dads may not be around, you do have dads that are in the kids' lives, but they work and they may not have time because they're trying to provide for the kids, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has that extra time, that's what their passion is, or that's your actual job, is to like mentor these kids. Yeah, so if you had that information, let me know. I'll see you in a little while so you can give me that information. But if anybody else has any constant mentor programs, not just like a day, but like maybe constant, like at least once a week. I don't know how you sign up for the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know if they have like specific mentors, or if it's just a place that everybody goes. I don't even know how that works.
I'm
But
neither.
yeah, so
Well, we appreciate everybody for the support. Please
y'all
go and
come hang out with us today.
like and share. Leave it at the altar. Like and share the new Cavaliers. And also, after today, please like and share Conversations Unlocked and Unfiltered. We will have our own Facebook page, Instagram. I don't know about the TikTok because I don't know how to do TikTok, but we will have Instagram and Facebook. So please make sure you like, share, follow our platforms. Like, share. It costs you nothing to just share the link, share the platform, like and share and follow. And just, hey, support. That's all we ask. Support. That's more than what we can ask for. So, sis, if you don't mind praying us out, we will end this podcast. And this has been another great Saturday with Ebony and
Sis, Misha.
Conversations Unlocked and Unfiltered. So pray us out, please, and thank you.
God, I thank you for the day. I thank you for this podcast. I thank you for your presence. I thank you for your knowledge. I thank you for your wisdom, and I thank you for your understanding. Give everyone, including myself, the strength to ask for help, the strength to, when asked, do we need help, we can say truly what we need help with, because there are genuine people. Lord, please continue to send genuine people in our lives, that will help us and not here to tear us down or hurt us. God, I thank you for today. I thank you for traveling grace for all of these people that are getting ready to come to Mount Moriah for the fourth anniversary of DNC. Give them traveling grace and mercy. Let the program be a success. Let tomorrow's program be a success and traveling grace and mercy. God, continue to bless the group. Show your love, your kindness. Let your will be done in all of their lives, in their ministry for you. Let it be a glory to you and to others, that others may come to you, see you through them. Bless this podcast, that this podcast will be a blessing to others and they can see God in us and be wanting to be able to help and come to you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Amen. Until next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Please tune in. Like I said, you feel free to send us information. You can send us reels. You can send us questions, anything that you want to see, and
Topic.
let us know if you want to join our podcast and just kick it with us and chat with us. Feel free to let us know. We'll send you a link. And we are more than willing to accept people to come in, just chat with us. So until next Tuesday, we will see you guys. Bye. Oh, let's close it out. No matter what you're going through in life, just always remember the best is yet to come.
Yeah. Or whatever he do.